Let us take up question number 17. Let us read this question. Company X is forced to choose between two machines A and B. The two machines are designed differently but have identical capacity and do exactly the same job. Machine A costs rupees 1,50,000 and will last for 3 years. It costs rupees 40,000 per year to run. Machine B is an economy model costing rupees 1 lakh but will last only for 2 years and cost rupees 60,000 per year to run. These are real cash flows. The costs are forecasted in rupees of constant purchasing power. Ignore tax. Opportunity cost of capital is 10%. Which machine should company X buy? So friends, can you notice one thing in this question? The two alternatives that are available with the company, machine A and machine B, they both have different lives. So first of all, the initial amount of investment which is given to you must be converted into a per annum value by annualization process, which we have just learned some time back. Now, after you annualize the initial investment, the initial investment burden will be actually spread over the life of the machine on a per annum basis. Over and above that, the recurring cost is given already in terms of per annum. So the annualized amount of initial investment plus the recurring cost every year will give you effective annual outflow, which is an annualized outflow on effective basis, and of course it's an annual outflow, and we can easily make a comparison on a per annum basis because the lives of the machines are different. One more thing, in the entire question there is no information about inflows, so there is no question of determining NPV over here. Instead, what we will do is we will simply determine the annualized outflow and we will try to minimize the annualized outflows. So let us see how to present the solution over here. First, mention the fact that in the given case there is no information about any inflow, therefore company would attempt to minimize its outflows. Life of the two machines A and B are unequal, therefore annualized outflows have to be minimized. Calculation of annualized outflows for machine A, and how we do that? We pick the initial investment amount, and this machine has life of 3 years, so we will determine the annuity factor at 10% per annum for 3 years, which is 2.486852. Then what you do is find the annualized amount of initial investment, which will be 1,50,000 divided by the annuity factor, and what you get is a per annum value, that is 60,317 per annum. To that you add the annual recurring outflow, that is 40,000 per annum, and just take aggregate of both of these per annum figures, and what we get as effective outflow will be rupees 1,317 per annum. The way we have made the calculation for machine A, exactly similarly you will be making the calculation for machine B. So for machine B, exactly same type of calculations, same logic, and the annualized amount of initial investment over there you should get as 57,619 per annum. To that you add your annual recurring outflow, which comes to 60,000, and the aggregate of these two components is 1,17,619 per annum. So we find that the annualized or on a per annum basis, the effective outflow is more in machine B. Therefore, the choice that the company should make must be machine A. So please write the conclusion. The effective annual outflow is lesser in case of machine A. Therefore, company should select machine A. Alright friends, that was the solution to question number 17, which you have just finished. Let us move ahead and now take up another calculative example, a very important question indeed, question number 19. Let us read this question. Following are the data on a capital projects being evaluated by the management of X Limited. They have given annual cash flow rupees 40,000, useful life 4 years, IRR is given as 15%, Profitability index is given as 1.064, and now there are some missing values, that is NPV, cost of capital, cost of project and payback. Salvage value is given as 0. Further in the question, what is given? Find the missing values considering the following table of discount factor only, and they have given you discount factors for year 1, 2, 3, 4 on individual basis, as well as the aggregate values given, which indicates the annuity factors for 4 years. So let us do one thing. Let us first plan out how to solve the question. So I'll take you back to the early part of the question. If you could see, the starting point we can take as IRR. So we know one thing, if IRR is considered as the discounting rate, the total PV of inflow will be same as total PV of outflow. So to compute total PV of inflow at 15% discounting rate, we will take the annuity factor given in the table multiplied to annual cash flow of 40,000. So what is the annuity factor given for 4 years at 15%? Let us observe this table again. The very first column in the discount factor is given as 15%. 2.855 over here is the annuity factor. That annuity factor multiplied to 40,000 of annual cash flow will give you total PV of inflow. Once you get the total PV of inflow and the discounting rate that we have applied is matching with IRR, we must know that the discounting rate being 15%, which is IRR, the total PV of outflow will match with the total PV of inflow, and through this we will be able to get the cost of the project. Once we get the cost of the project, we can relate that to the next factor and keep on deriving one by one all the missing values easily. So let us move ahead and look into how to present the solution over here. We start with IRR of the project, which is equal to 15%, already given in the question. At 15% discounting rate, the NPV of project will be 0. That is, at 15% discounting rate, the total PV of inflow will be 40,000 into 2.855, which is 1,14,200, and we have concluded that the total PV of outflow has to be the same. Therefore, the cost of project has to be 1,14,200. Let us move ahead and continue with this information and relate that with the next point given in the question, which is profitability index. So already we are informed that profitability index given as 1.064. Now if you just recall what is the meaning of profitability index, it is total PV of inflow divided by total PV of outflow. So now the total PV of outflow, which is the cost of the project, we already know, and profitability index is also known. So through this we can substitute these values and determine the total PV of inflow. So total PV of inflow will be multiplication of 1.064 to 1,14,200, and that would give you 1,21,509 as total PV of inflow. From this, if you subtract the cost of the project, you will get the NPV. So NPV is nothing but total PV of inflow minus total PV of outflow, and that would be 1,21,509 minus 1,14,200. that comes to rupees 7,309 as NPV. Now one very important factor, to know what is the cost of capital, we need to know what is the discounting rate, and for that purpose the total PV of inflow, which we have just computed as 1,21,509, will be the base point. So we know one thing, that the total PV of inflow will be annual cash flow multiplied by annuity factor, and therefore what you just do is move ahead and write up that line. Total PV of inflow is annual cash flow multiplied by annuity factor. Over here annual cash flow will be 40,000 multiplied by annuity factor, which must give you 121,509. Through this equation you can find the annuity factor, which will be 121,509 divided by 40,000, and what you get is 3.038. Now as per the table, if you look into that, 3.038 is given as annuity factor at which column, you will realize that as per the PV factors informed, 3.038 is the annuity factor with 12% discounting rate. That means discounting rate applied over here is 12%. So it is implied that the cost of capital has to be 12% per annum. Let us move ahead, and what we do now is find the last missing thing, that is payback period. This would be a child's play for you, because payback period is simply initial investment divided by annual cash flow, and both of these figures are known to you. Simply apply the calculation and what you get is 2.855 years. So just make this calculation and that would be enough.